Hello guys, Major Colton here with another build tutorial, and today I'm going to be doing a continuation off of my first Blitzkrieg quad build. If anyone read the comments in the section below it, they would have noticed how Toasty was pointing out how a lot of people use the strekozas, and really the only reason I put that build, here's a version, for those of you that don't read the comments and don't read the description, I thought I'd make a second, build. Basically, he pointed out the other one didn't buff out strekozas, so here's a different one that has those armors, but the only drawback and the reason why the original one didn't have it is, the loss of TE armor, and you will be more susceptible, way more susceptible to TE attacks. But on the other hand, for this build, you will buff out all the rifles and all the battle rifles. If your enemy isn't using TE, you are pretty much invincible. So let's get to it. As for the legs, Ukafun Model 3s were really the only thing that can make this work. As for the arms, the AD-228 Dejet Pata retrofit arms, so that the added CE for the battle rifle, buffing out strekozas, CB-209 Haikyubo core, why the Haikyubo? Because it helps buff out strekozas, and the Sakaki Model 1 Margaret Leon retrofit TE head, and that's because really any of the other TE heads were too heavy. Like I said, this frame, I managed to barely do it just by the skin of my teeth. Like this thing, if you dropped a pencil on it, apparently like all the gears in it would smash under the weight. Like it's right on the edge. Like I think actually its total load is, no, its loading capacity is 8,659. I got 8,510 on it. You really can't fit anything on this extra. As for the generator GA319, actually, I'm just gonna say stick with the BA124. I like to use these on my super heavy quads simply because they have very low energy consumption in comparison. So you get a lot more glide boosting, and in this game, glide boosting for a very long time can help actually catch up to faster targets, so it's always a plus. As for the recon unit, REX A13 for multiple reasons, such as you can have 5 of them out, each of them have a 320 lock on range, they're each out for like 9,000 time, and they have some of the lowest energy consumption out of all the recon units. And with dual sawas on the back, I'm using the GA319 generator. That's what you're going to want to use on this build. Like some people say, why not use the Ho Vital right here, like GED, G23, get way better energy recovery. Well, the reason is you can't fire your dual saws back there off as much. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose of this build now, doesn't it? And so first two weapons, you're going to use dual strekozas, AUC, B19s, fully spec for power. If you want, you can always use a double spec for power with one spec into accuracy, if one, if not both, and then you'll get like 24, 13 damage with a bit more, there's muzzle velocity. As you can see, you go from 389 to 424, and you lose a little bit of the base lock on time, so you lock on a little bit faster, so that's always a plus. So if you find yourself not needing all that damage, you could do that, or you could just downgrade to like the Bra 125 over here, the Cersei's, which have significantly less base lock on time and still have a good amount of CE attack power. I mean, you're not going to be hurting quads and tanks, but you'll be hurting everything else for the most part. It's really your call on what your situation is and and what you think will be best for you at the time. As for the missiles, VDFs, and I cannot stress this enough, only the sazanami Model 2s. All these other VDFs, garbage. Never use them. They're like complete, utter, do not use parts. But the sazanami Model 2s over here packing that whopping, like almost 2,500 KE damage, like fucking launching mini sniper rifle rounds on a rocket out of your damn shoulders. So mix that with the Otcrit FCS over here, you're gonna make bank, and you're gonna fucking wreck the shit out of everybody that runs up against you, because you're just raining missiles out of you like a fucking storm cloud shooting hail out. And I mean, they're gonna get more than a few dents, let's just say that. And as for the back, the double XO Kurosawas, 2 of them, and you want them all 3 I expect into rapid fire. The reason why you don't want to use fully power is because fully power you only get like 2,000 more damage, but it takes almost twice as much energy consumption. So why even bother? And so might as well use these. You still basically have 1200 muzzle velocity. You're not gonna miss if you fully charge it. Still got 10k damage. Two of these, 20k TE damage. Even if you're a heavy biped, I don't care what you're running. Even if it's a tank, this is gonna hurt. And each one also has 2500 impact force. If you smack them in the face with this, they're gonna drop like a rock. And you know, those combined 60,000 energy. That's about roughly half of what your generator is. So in between the shots, you could probably fire off, you know, two fully charged volleys of this, and that's about 40k worth of damage before you even deplete your energy. And you also, your reload time is 210, so basically like a faster reloading sniper rifle, but the max charge time is 135. That's about the same firing time as a fucking, oh wait, no, it's not that. One of the laser rifles, but basically that's like no time at all. Just like holding down for a few seconds, you're instant charged. Imagine if just Goku from Dragon Ball Z just like said Kamehameha as fast as he can and he just let loose, went Super Saiyan on some guy. And that's basically what you're doing. You're pulling these things out, you're just charging up, and then boom, they're dead almost. 20k from this volley instantly. Throw it another one. 40k. In between that time, you can shoot about 3 volleys of this. That's about 70, 80k worth of damage right there. Haven't even used almost any of your ammo. Almost killed them. If not, they're probably already dead. Move on to the next motherfucker and fuck him up too. And by that point, you and your team are just steamrolling them, and that is why this build is called the Blitzkrieg build, because it's meant for steamrolling tactics, where you just roll over them like they're fucking nothing, because they can't shoot. Even if they're shooting you, they can't do damage to you, and you're shooting them, and it's just like, you just like fucking jab them in the fucking eye. You're like, there's nothing they can do. You're not taking damage, and they're taking all the damage in the world. In-game boss ain't even this hard to kill. Honestly, I'd rather fight the in-game boss and a sortie than fight this guy. Because if you see like 4 of these guys on the enemy team, you know you're probably about to die. It doesn't matter who they are, you're gonna die. But yeah, if you like the build, comment, like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.